Yo, it's your boy Ansley coming at you with another tech vlog. I'm doing this one for my friend Jose. So, Jose, I hope you're watching. Um, this is on a particular app that was recommended to me, I don't know, a couple months ago. It's a, it's all sorts of things actually. It's a time management, it's note keeping, it's project management, it's calendars, it's pages, anything you pretty much want it to do, it can do. It even has API functionality. It's called Notion, and with Notion, there are many different reviews out there. Um, if I get a chance, I'll post it in the description, so check down below when I update it. I will give a shout out to another review on this for time management or project management, which is what I'm using it for, and I find it to be excellent. I also use it for note taking during meetings and the toggle functionality. Look up toggles, Notion toggles, /toggle. It really helps you organize your notes as well. But I'm going to cover the time management or the project management aspect of Notion. It's quite flexible, and I will give a shout out to Marie. Can't think of her last name right now, so I apologize, Marie, but I will put your name down below. I found your video to be quite helpful, and it got me to where I am right now. So let's get to it. So this is the main page when you come in. At least this is my main page. I called it Road to Success, and it literally is everything to help me succeed at work, personally, daily life, kids, school, everything. I use it for pretty much everything. And my main landing page is not actually right here, even though it does have all the links right here. It's actually Focus. So let me go ahead and click on Focus. This is my landing page. I have Eric Thomas. Shout out to Eric Thomas if you don't know who he is. I'll put him a description down below too, link to his stuff. Great motivational speaker. I relate really a lot to this man. So if you have some time, Google Eric Thomas. He has lots of free content on YouTube. Go check it out. He's on Amazon. You can find him pretty much anywhere. And if you just need a little bit of pep talk, a little bit of inspiration, he's going to be able to provide it to you. Not only will he provide it to you, but he will show you how to inspire yourself to be a better you. So I put him up there as my motivation every single day I come in. He's there. I can, I will, I must. That's his phrase, and he really means it. But again, it's not a video on Eric Thomas. This is This is a video on Notion. I do have my little daily routine here. I don't really need it here because it's really covered below, but it's more of just a reference. This is what I do every single morning, every single day, afternoon, evening. I'm basically doing this daily routine, but it's really this calendar. I mean, this board view that I have below, which again I got from the idea from Marie, and basically it lays it out by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, of course. And within here, what's great about Notion is you have such it's so much customization that you can do to it. It's almost too much, because you could really just spend hours just looking at this and just obsessing over it. But when you do find a system that works for you, you know it's going to work for you. You just have to spend the time, maybe do some reviews, look at something like what I'm doing right here. But you do have to find what works for you. This works for me. And Marie also does the Monday through Sunday. She doesn't do dates. I do dates. I find dates helpful. Keeps me a little bit more on track. But I totally understand why someone wouldn't do dates either. If you just want to be able to have a bit more control over things, or less control depending on how you see it. But here I'm doing it based on the day of the week. So if I just click on one of these, let me just click on one of these particular projects, or not projects, but entries. So here what you see is all these properties basically are customized. Even this is really, they have multiple elements or properties as they call it. When you click on add a property, it literally is just a blank name. So any of these can just be renamed pretty much to what you want it to be. There are templates that you can use down, you see it over here, but I like to basically name and customize my properties based on what I want. And the property type, you have multiple things here, and when you hover on each one, over each one, it gives you basically an idea what they do. So select is like whatever you want to be. In this example, it's backlog, next up, in progress. That could be select. Multi-select could be multiple items that you're going to put in there. So this gives example Twitter, Facebook, whatnot, end date, and so forth and so on. You can pretty much do whatever you want, even formulas. Like if you know anything about programming, you'll quickly see what this is about. You can do now, like for instance, I'll just give you an example. Yeah. Oop. Alright, hit done. If I just do now, there you go. It literally just gave me today's date, full date. But you can do so many different. You can do Boolean operations. You can do and or statements. So if you know programming, that's going to be a go-to for you. I am using it for a couple of different things. I will not get into that right now. But just know that these properties are highly customizable. You could do whatever you want with them. And so it gives you a lot of room for flexibility and basically grooming this exactly how you want it to look like. I'm going to get rid of that for now because I don't want to mess up the rest of my stuff here. Okay. Alright, now that that's deleted, so here the way I am operating it is I have my weekly, I have my today, and then I have my planning. So quite literally my today is anything that's going on based on today's date, and you'll see that these items are basically a mirror of what I have. Today is, what is today? 17th? Thursday the 17th? Yes. So you will see on Thursday, all my Thursday items are here, and they're also down here. That is designed that way. It's so I can see a full week, and then if I just scroll down a little bit, I can focus in on what's going on here, and I can basically move it to different statuses. I could say, okay, it's in progress. So if I click on that, you'll see that the status is in progress with today's date. Obviously that's 5:30 a.m. today, so it's red. It's telling me it's overdue basically. You could even have an exclamation point on things that are overdue that show up red like this. So basically, this, you can change the status easily by just moving the card. So this is done, so I'll put it back. But for instance, say I'm working on recording this video. It's one of my items right here. But say I decided that, okay, you know what, I'm gonna push that off till tomorrow. If I change this date, you'll see that it drops out of my view immediately for today, and it should show up for tomorrow. Did I put the 18th? What date did I put? Oh, look at that. Messing up the video already. Huh. See if I can find it. Wonder why that happened. Oh, I know why that happened. So there is a little bit of design flaw in my my item here. Let me just open it up. So I need to put it as Friday, I believe. Does it show up now? Oh, maybe it was here already. Yeah, I'll review this later. Maybe it was there and I just didn't see it pop up there. But basically, this is looking at the day. So I think I needed to put the day there. This isn't exactly perfect in the sense that the Friday and the date, it doesn't actually know it's Friday, so I have to put both. I'm sure if I spend a little bit more time, I can streamline that, or maybe I can do a different type of view. So these views, I'll go over that real quick. But let me put this back to where it should be. So I'll put it on Thursday. Since I am doing it this way, a good trick, since I may not know what day it is necessarily, I'm like, oh, what day is that? I don't know. I just come in here and look at the date first, change it to the 17th, and then I know it's a Thursday based on that, and I just come up to the day. And I can basically drag and drop, and that status would change. So I'll show you that real quick before I go into the group view. So Thursday, 17th, done. So if I come back here, you see it's there. Now if I go ahead and move it to Friday, there it is. Now see what I was talking about? It's not exactly one-to-one mapping here. It is what it is. I can fix it later, not a big deal. But it did change the status immediately. So if I bring it over here, it's now Thursday. Do what works for you. It's a minor inconvenience for me, so if it really starts bugging me, I'll probably spend some more time to figure out a better system there. But for now, it does work. And when it is on my today view, I can say, oh, okay, hey, I'm working on this right now, so let me go ahead and move it into in progress. Now it's in a state I need it to be. It's in my today view. When I'm done, I can complete it and I can move on. But what's also cool is this is all the same calendar, or this is all same list really. I just have different views to it. So you have views that you can create here. You do different types of views based on different types of filters and whatever you want really. I'm not gonna go into that too much because then this video would probably be too long. So let me just continue on what I was doing. So you'll see though, this entire list I have here. Up here, all these views, these inline views I have here, are quite literally just filtered to what I want to see. So for today, for instance, if I come in here and then go to group by, you'll notice that I'm doing it based on status. And all that means is it groups what you see here based on that status. Let me just make sure I'm looking at that right. Group by status, yes. So if I click on one of these, the status is in progress. So it's saying based on my view, instead of saying I want to group by the day, which you'll see up here that I'm doing but based on the day, it's going to organize these days or that property really, and outline it in the way I want. And I can move these around if I really wanted to. I can move that there, I can move that there, and everything moves with it. So that's obviously I have it lined up based on the calendar, so that's why it looks that way. Now if I come back to my today view, it's not just that. As you can see, I can only see things that are today, and this is a view that I just named today, If I say add view, maybe I'll just show you real quick what those views look. That's all the views are. The reason why I said it would take too long is because if I were to cover every single one of these, I think you can get an idea based on looking at this what they would be. But there are other reviews that cover this information. I don't want to duplicate efforts here, but just know that you can change these views to different property views. That's not right word, but you know what I mean. So I can change that to a list if I wanted to, or change it back to a board view. And there's my board view. But this particular today view is based on the status and filters. You can do filters. It was actually right there. They give you a little shortcut right there. But if you come in here, there's also a filter. So it'll show you that I have one rule set up. And my rule is literally today. So I could change it to tomorrow, which would give me all the things for tomorrow. I could do it for yesterday. I could do it for a week from now. I could do it based on exact date. There are different filters also based on what you're choosing to look at. So you have different properties here. You see how this kind of can get very involved really fast. So spend as much time as you need, but try to keep it simple. In my opinion, try to keep it as simple as you possibly can, or you'll be all over the place, at least my opinion. But I'll change it back to today, and there goes all my stuff. So the only thing I have left for today is what I am doing right now. And then the planning view. The planning view, it basically is filtered based on no date and no status. No date and no day. So I know they're both the same thing, but the way I set it up, they're both needed. So if I come in here and I look at, do I have any filters? Yes, I do. So I'm saying where, again, you can see where the programming is coming in here, where day is empty and date is empty. So if there's nothing there at all, it's going to show up on this list, and then I can start dragging. I can start doing things like either I could say, oh, I just want to put it up for today, and so if you do certain group by, certain group by. If I'm thinking about that right. Let me think about that for a moment. Hold on. Let me just come up here. Is it group by day, or is it filters? Let's take a look here. Filters. No, it's based on filters. So based on the filter, some things can start happening. I'll give you an example. This one is filtered based on day, or excuse me, today. So if I create a new one, or I take any particular entry I have in here and pop it in there, to drag it in there. For instance, say I don't know, I started on this one. I want to do this one today, but I don't have a status yet, right? I could do status, but I don't have a status. You will notice that it immediately populated a date there, because the filter itself is, since it's a rule, it knows that anything that goes into this view should have a date, so it automatically puts it in there. If I did it based on day, I suppose at the top, I drug it up to the top somewhere and put it on one of those days, it's going to automatically put a day in there, because those require it. So either filter or some other property value, depending on what it is, will automatically populate one of these properties, so long as it's being grouped or filtered based on that. And just to drive it real home there, if I bring it back down, the date, the date goes away. Stays on personal because this is grouped by tags. So if you look at this one, it's grouped based on tags. Properties, or not that. Let me just click on one of these real quick. So, real estate. I could add another one, I believe. Personal. I don't know, actually. It depends on, yeah, this one must be multi. Yeah, this is a multi. So, I think maybe it might show up in 2. Yes. Is that right? This is personal. Or is it that one? I guess it yeah, so, oh, okay. It was staring at me right there. So it knows, it's smart enough to know that it should populate in both of these statuses. So if it's, as soon as I take this out of personal, because it's not, it's going to pop up, or it's going to leave that particular group, and it's going to stay on the real estate where I have it. And if I bring it up to here, again, it put the date and it put the status. Very handy because you don't have to go around trying to tag everything immediately. Depending on how you set up your boards or your views, you can have things populated automatically for you. I may not want to drag and drop everything because there might be some stuff up there, or just my views. It's difficult for me to do that. So you can certainly just populate it yourself. So if I bring this back down here and I say, oh, okay, what day do I want to do this on? Maybe I want to do it, maybe let's do it tomorrow. And I know that's a Friday, so I'll just put the Friday in there. Come up here, and there it is. I have my Lowell speaking engagement sitting there for Friday, and if I happen to have a tomorrow view instead of a today view, or I have a today and tomorrow view, which I believe Marie has, I can then come in here and just say, oh, okay, I want to see my tomorrow, and that should pop up. There it is right there. So you can do so much with these views, these databases of lists or boards, timelines, galleries, so many options. But I just wanted you to see how powerful this is and how it could so easily work for you, because it's increased my productivity since I started using this. Even though I didn't have this view, just for note taking alone, it's been helping me. And so I really wanted to present this as just an average user. I'm not an advanced user on this at all. I'm sure there are many different people. And I haven't even got into inline comments. Like this is just entries. I mean, you can link things in here. You can link another database if you wanted another board in here. If you wanted, you could put your goals in there. You could put your notes in there. You could put your web pages in there. You could put your calendars in here. All on this page. You could embed sub pages that you have elsewhere in Notion, or maybe you wanted to put an external link in here. You can do so much with this. It's just bananas thinking all the things you can do with it, and I'm probably barely scratching the surface. So if you got anything out of this video, is that it can totally help you get to the next level of project or time management or note taking or whatever it is you're doing. It will save you time. May waste a little time initially if you obsess too much over it, but in the long run, I think it's going to help you. And if any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because maybe I might do better next time. You never know. Why not end with positivity rather than negativity? So give it a try. Tell me what you think. Tell me if there's something else better that you're using, or tell me, shoot me links or comments on a better way for me to use this. I mean, I'm using it for this mainly. I come in here every single morning. I look at my day. I move things around. I set times. You can see I got all this stuff in here. I got my weightlifting and my school routine for my kids and all that kind of stuff. I put calendar updates for appointments and whatnot in here as well. But I got all these alerts that will alert my phone 5 minutes before, so I know, hey, I gotta get going to go get my kid, or drop off my kid, or whatever it may be. So I just hit here every single time, and I have my goals at the top that I link to some of these items I have below. But go ahead and review it. Look at it. If you know more than I do, I am willing to hear what you have to say. And if you're using it for something else and you just love it, like I use it for note taking as well, and I categorize everything over there based on. I do have my notes here. I haven't used them as heavily as my project management, but as you can see, I'm using it. But I want to hear from you. I want to know what you're using it for. I want to hear what your review is of it and any information you have. So again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I hope to hear from you soon. Should I be like a blooper? Should I edit that out? Do you think kind of an awkward situation? Anyway, have a nice night or a nice day or whatever it is where you're at. Signing off. I'll see you next time.